Hello friends, today we will start with the new chapter in standard 8th mathematics, that is algebraic expressions and identities. Algebraic expressions is basically when you are doing any function of mathematics using not only the numbers but also alphabets, which are called as variables. So in algebra, what we see is that we have got the numbers accompanied with some alphabets, and the alphabets, the value of the alphabets is not fixed, okay? That keeps on varying. And that's the reason these alphabets are called as variables. So we have over here as variables. Why they are variable? Because like for example X and Y, A, B, if I'm using, so when I'm saying 3x, that means 3 is a number which is a constant. Of course, the value of 3 doesn't change, 3 will always remain 3, but the x ka value will be different. So if the x ka value is 1, then it will be 3 into 1, 3. If it is value is 2, then 3 into 2 is 6. If it is 10, it will be 3 into 10, 30. So x over here is a variable. What is a variable? A particular kind of a algebraic term, or we can say a particular kind of an alphabet which we are using, whose value can vary from one number to another number depending upon the conditions. So accordingly we see that over here we have they are called as the variables, also called as literals. Okay, these are literals. So literal coefficient and the constant. So that's why we see that in algebra we use two of the symbols. One over here is constants and other are the variables. So here in this, 3 is the constant and x is the variable. So we have the constant is the fixed value, or we can say the fixed value or the number, that number which has got a fixed value, which is called as a constant. So that example could be any number, whether it is a positive number or negative. So it could be 7 or -7 or -7 upon 2 or 3 upon 5 or 6.7, anything, any particular number which is there, which has got a fixed value of its own, is called as a constant, where the variable is given by any particular kind of alphabet whose numerical value will be different depending upon the condition. So that is why it is called as a variable or a literal. So variable or a literal is the one which is going to be used as a combination with the constants to give you an algebraic expression. So accordingly, a collection of constants and variables, okay, collection of a constant, the collection of constant and variable together forms an algebraic expression. So the algebraic expression which is so formed can be of different kinds. So depending upon how many terms are there, it will tell you that what kind of algebraic expression it is. So how do I identify the number of terms? The number of terms are identified as the number of plus or minus signs in that particular term. If there are no plus or minus signs in the terms in that particular expression, then it is one single term. Like for example, if I say 7x, so is there any addition or subtraction sign in between? No. Therefore, this is one term. If I write over here 3xy, is there any kind of addition or subtraction sign in between? No. So again it is a one term. Now if it is minus 3 upon 2xyz, over here minus is the negative sign. It is not addition subtraction. It is a negative sign to indicate that the number which is here is a negative number. It has nothing to do with addition or subtraction. So accordingly, even if there are 3 variables over here and this is in the form of a fraction, still this is one term. So all these 3 are one terms. So because they are one term, they are called as monomial. Okay. So if you have got multiple number of variables and you have got different numbers, positive or negative, if they combine together and they do not have any addition or subtraction sign in between them, then it is called as a single term or a monomial. So even if it is like this, that if it is like minus 5 upon 3 x square y square z cube, तो there are x square, y square and z cube. इतने सारे variables है, 2x, 2y, 3z, and this is minus 5.3. Still, this is a monomial. So a single term, when it is in a single term, it is called as a monomial. So a particular algebraic expression having only one term, okay, this is one single term, is called as a monomial. Now if there are two terms, like if it is this way, 3x plus 2y, or if it is just like 3 plus 5x, or it is like 3x square y square plus 5y square z square, x square, x, ऐसा कुछ भी, right? So in this case you can see that here there is one plus sign over here, there is this one plus sign over, there is one negative sign over between the two. So that's why this is one term and this is another term, this is one term and this is another term, this is one term and this is another term. So how many terms are there over here? There are two terms in this algebraic expressions. Since there are two terms, therefore it is called as a binomial. It's called as a binomial. So when there is only one term, it is a monomial. If there are two terms, whenever there is a two term, they will always be separated by, the two terms are separated by a plus or minus sign. It will never be. So if I have something like this, the 3x square plus y, 3x square y divided by 4y. Still it is a monomial, it is not a binomial. Why? Because the separation of the two is by a division sign. Or if it is like 3x into 4y, so it is a multiplication sign. So these two are monomial. Okay, these are monomial. Why? Because the separation of this term and this term is by a division sign or a multiplication sign. This can be written as 3x square y upon 4y. And this can be written as 3x or 3 into 4, so it is 12xy. So because they can be written in one single form, that's why they are given as a monomial and not a binomial. Got it? So that's the difference between a monomial and binomial. So monomial with the one will be having no addition or subtraction sign between the terms. Whereas if there is one addition or a subtraction sign between the term, then it is the number of terms के हिसाब से it will be a binomial. Got it? Similarly, now it so happens that if the number of terms which are being separated by an addition subtraction sign are more than 2, like if it is like x plus y plus 5z, so there are 3 terms, 1 term, 2 terms and 3 terms. Then this is going to be 3 terms there, which is called as a trinomial. Okay, it's a trinomial. Trinomial will be having 3 terms. When there are 3 terms separated by a plus or minus sign in between, like if it is like 3x square y square plus 4abc minus 7a square b square z, then there are 3 terms by differentiated by the plus or minus sign over here. So that's why this is 1 term, this is second term and this is the third term. Accordingly, the 3 terms are there. So that's why this will be called as a trinomial. And finally, if there are more than 3 terms, like if it is like x plus y plus z plus a plus b plus c, or it is 3x square plus 3y square plus 4z square plus 5ab plus 7zb, kuch bhi, anything. So in this case, it is more than 3 terms, it is called as a multinomial. Got it? So if it is more than 3 terms, then that particular algebraic expression is called as a multinomial. So that's why we see that the types of the polynomials are, the type of the expression, type of the algebraic expressions are, if there is only one term, it is a monomial. If there are 2 terms, it is a binomial. Okay, if there are 3 terms, it's a trinomial. If there are 4 or more terms, it is a multinomial. Okay, got it? So this is trinomial for 3 terms, 2 terms, so it is binomial, and if it is 1 term, it is a monomial. Okay, so 1 monomial, 2 binomial, 3 trinomial, 4 or more than 3 or more than 3, 4, 5, 6 could be, it is multinomial. So these are the different kinds of the algebraic expressions which are there, and so always you will find that the multiplication and division sign do not separate the terms. Thus we can see that if you have got the terms as I showed you over there, 3x square 3x square divided by y, so it is not a binomial. The division sign is not going to separate the terms, it is going to combine it to be one single term, it will be a monomial. The next what we see will be the factors which are there in case of a algebraic term. Okay, so each of the constant or the literal multiplied together to form product is called as the factor. So we know, suppose if I tell you what are the factors of 12, so you know that it is 2 into 2 into 3. So what will you do? We just prime factorize 12 as 2 into 2 into 3. Similarly, when you are going to have any particular algebraic expression, you are going to have the factors of that algebraic expressions. So accordingly, you will be having to split the numbers into their specific types what is there. So over here, so we'll have, like for example, if the question is minus 7x square y. Okay, if this is the condition, you will be having the constant over here, or the numerical factor, which is called as the numerical factor, is minus 7. But the literal one, the literal one will be as x is one of them, y is another of them, x square is one of them, xy is one of them, and then xy square is another. So the different ways I can split them are x and y, x square separate and y separate, one x and y together and the y, another x is already taken into consideration, and then the complete thing xy square. So the different ways I am going to write over here will be the literal factors of that particular algebraic expression. Okay, so when we see this thing that in case of this one, this is called as a numerical factor. It is actually not called as the numerical factor is only the constant value, but it is not the constant term. It is better to say it as a numerical factor only, because the constant is something different. Like for example, if I got over here 3x square plus 3x plus 5. So in this case, the one without any variable over here, see, this is going to be variable because x का value जैसे जैसे change होते रहेगा, the value of 3x square is going to change. X का value यहाँ पे जैसे जैसे change होते रहेगा, value of 3x is going to change. But here, it is irrespective of any x or y, because it is independent of any x or y or any particular variable. Therefore, the 5 over here is called as the constant. So constant of the algebraic expression over here is 5. If I take another example over here, that it is like 4x square plus 3xy plus 5y square. So what is the constant over here? Over here there is no constant. Why? Because none of these particular terms which are here, they are independent of any variable. This has got x square, this has got xy, and this has got y square. So all of them have some or the other variable connected to it. And that is why none of the terms over here are constant. A constant will be the one if I have something like that plus 5 or plus, let's say plus 17. Then the constant over here is 17. But here, since 17 was not there, that means we say that there is no constant in this particular algebraic expression. The next one we are having is the coefficient. Now coefficient, like see, suppose I take this number only. Now the coefficient is always related to, so any factor of a term of an algebraic expression is called as a coefficient. So it is the coefficient of the remaining part of the factor. So for example, if I take the value as this one, in this case we see that the literal coefficient over here, so in this case the literal coefficient is nothing but the letter part, that is x square y. Okay, that is x square y. The numerical coefficient is equals to minus 7. Okay, minus 7 is the numerical coefficient and x square y is the literal coefficient. But if I take the coefficient with respect to another term, like for example, if I say the coefficient of x square, so coefficient, what is the coefficient of x square? Then it will be x square, this whole thing divided by x square. So it is minus 7x square y upon x square. X square here you cancel. What is the remaining? Minus 7y. So that is minus 7y. Similarly, what will be the coefficient of xy? So that will be, see, it is minus 7x into y upon x into y. So xx and yy gets cancelled. What is remaining is minus 7x. Similarly, what is the coefficient of y? It will be minus 7x into y upon y. So y cancelled. It is minus 7x square. What is the coefficient of x square y? So we are going to say minus x square y upon x square y. So it gets cancelled. That is equals to minus 7. So depending upon what is the particular coefficient we are finding out for, so what is, it is related to what is the coefficient, we are going to divide the whole term with that particular number or variable, and then we are going to say the remaining part is the coefficient of that thing. So we can see coefficient of x square in this term, the coefficient of x square is minus 7y. The coefficient of xy is minus 7y. Why? Because x square means x into x. So it is minus 7 into x into y. So x and y gets cancelled. So we get answer as minus 7x. Coefficient of y, so minus 7 into x into y gets cancelled. What will remain is minus x square. Coefficient of x square y, it will be minus 7. Okay, so this is the coefficient. Always remember that if I have got a number just x, if it is just x or just y, it means that the coefficient, the numerical coefficient of this is 1. So when any particular number is not connected to any particular variable, then it is actually 1x or 1y or 1x. So even if it is like this, even if it is like x, y, z, so it is actually 1x, y, z. If it is like x square, y square, z square, it is actually 1x square, y square, z square. So we are not going to write the 1 wherever in any equation whenever the coefficient is only single 1. If the coefficient is only 1, we are not going to write that thing. And this coefficients, basically it is going to be very important for us to identify that what are the like terms and what are the unlike terms. Like terms are those which has got the same variables in the same quantity in both the terms. So if there are two terms and both the terms have got the same variables, then both the terms are said to be as like terms. Like for example, I'll just take the example over here. Okay. For example, if we see over here 7ABC and 3ABC. Here also it is ABC and here also it is ABC. Because both the variables are same, that's why both the terms are like terms. So much so that if this is 7ABC but this is 7BAC, still they are like terms. The sequence in which they are being kept is not important. It is the number of variables which are there, that is the same variables which are there is important. Whether मैं ABC लिखूँ या BAC लिखूँ, it's one and the same. Or CBA लिखूँ, it's one and the same. So the sequence in which it is written is not important. It is which are the variables are important. Like for example, if I say over here 7x square yz and this is 3xy square z, then are these like terms? No, these are not like terms. Why? Because here it is x, y and z, whereas here it is x, y and z. So that's why, because here there are 2x and here there are 2y, therefore this and this are not equal, hence they are called as unlike terms. Whereas these are called as like terms. So when the number of terms and the values of that each and every variable, so if the terms contain the same variables and the same number of variables, then they are called as like terms. But if they have got different variables, and then they are called as a unlike terms. So that is the reason, if we are having the variables or the terms, you will be knowing that what kind of variable it is, whether it's a like term or a unlike term. The next one we see is polynomials. Now, polynomials are a kind of algebraic expressions. So, what we have over here is polynomials. Polynomials are types of a special kind of algebraic expression. So, an algebraic expression is a polynomial if that particular algebraic expression does not have any variable in the denominator, or they do not have any kind of negative power. That means, see, if you have anything, we had learned in exponents. In exponents we learned that 1 upon a is equal to a raised to minus 1, right? So this is nothing but negative power. So in case you have any variable, like for example the variable is 7abc raised to minus 1, or it is 7ab upon c. This is nothing but the same thing. This is equal to 7ab upon c. So if you have got any variable in the denominator, that doesn't mean that 7 upon 5 abc. This is okay, but this is not okay. You can have 5 in the denominator, but not any variable in the denominator. So, if the power of the terms in the terms, so power of each and every variable in the term, if it is in positive form, that means that if there is no variable in the denominator of any of the terms, then that expression, that binomial, trinomial, जो भी है, that can be said to be as a polynomial. Okay, in case any of the term of these particular complete equation, if any of the term is having one variable in the denominator, then the whole expression is not a polynomial. So the moment you have something like this, if it is like 5x square minus 3 upon x plus 6, then because of this thing, this is not a polynomial. But if it is like this, 5 upon 3x square y plus 3xy square plus 5z, तो इसके अंदर भले यहाँ पे डिनोमिनेटर में है, फिर भी this is a polynomial because there is no variable which is going in the denominator. There is no variable in the denominator. Hence, we see that they are called as polynomials, and then the polynomial will have the same type. If there are two terms, binomial; if there are three terms, trinomial; and if there are more than three terms, multinomial. Now each and every polynomial has got a degree of polynomial. What is got? They have got is, each and every polynomial has got a degree of polynomial. A degree of polynomial is nothing but the maximum number of variables present in any of the term of that particular equation. Whatever polynomial is there, वो polynomial के अंदर कौन से टर्म में सबसे maximum number of variables है, that number, that the number of terms in that variable, or sorry, the number of variables in the term becomes the degree of that polynomial. Okay, so let's take an example over here. Like suppose I take an example as 3x square y square z square plus 4x cube y plus 3y cube z square plus 5x square y cube z square. If this is a thing, so you can see how many variables are there in this term. There are 2x, 2y and 2z. That means 6 variables are here. How many variables are there over here? 3x and 1y, so 4 variables here. How many variables are there over here? 5, because 3 y's and 2 z's, so that is 5 variables. How many variables are here? It's 2 plus 3, 5 plus 2, 7. So because in this one, all of them are in the numerator only, there is no sign in the denominator, hence it is a polynomial, and the degree of polynomial is the maximum number out of this, which is 7. So the degree of this whole polynomial is 7. Got it? The degree of the polynomial is, उसके अंदर जितने भी terms है, वो each and every term के अंदर कितने variables है, वो find out करो, और the maximum number of variables present in any of the term becomes the degree of polynomial of that particular equation. We'll take one more example. We'll take this example itself. What is this? X square y. That is 3 variables. 3 variables here and 1 variable here. So what is the degree of polynomial? Degree of polynomial is equal to 3. Because this is 3. अगर 2 बार आया तो भी फर्क नहीं पड़ता. It is 3. Right? What is the degree of polynomial of this? Over here, this is not a polynomial, so there is no degree of polynomial. If any polynomial has got, if any algebraic expression has got a variable in the denominator, it is no longer a polynomial. If there is no longer a polynomial, then cannot be a degree of polynomial. Okay, so that's why over here, because of the x in the denominator being over here, therefore the degree of this, there is no degree of this polynomial because there is no longer a polynomial. So this was about the degree of polynomial, yeah, so whatever is the degree of polynomial, we'll be able to find out in each and every question. So if they have got any particular, like for example, we'll take one more example over here. 9x raised to 7 plus 3x raised to 6 plus 4x raised to 4 y raised to 3 plus z raised to 7 z raised to 4 and y raised to 2. What is the degree of polynomial of this thing? So degree of polynomial of this is 7, this is 6, this is 7 and this is 6. So degree of polynomial is equal to 7. But in this case, if this would have been like this upon y, then there would not be any degree of polynomial because this is no longer a polynomial. Okay, understood this concept of degree of polynomial? Okay, we'll stop here for this video, and then in the next video we'll start with the addition and subtraction of the algebraic expressions.